This is 2 Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
So we're looking for prophecies, all right? And according to the scriptures, all right, you've been tuned in the spirit, there are only two major prophecies left. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity.
This is 2 Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
And we have to utilize the scriptures in order to do this. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 13:2.
Right.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
That's what we're doing. Build the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai, and the banner is what? The scriptures. The high mountain going into the government of America. All right, so at this time frame, we are within the gates of the nobles. All right, and the nobles are who? Your so-called highborn of the nation of Edom, beginning with the international bankers such as Rothschild.
Exalt the voice unto them,
So
shake
that's
the
what
hand.
we do. We're exalting our voice and we're shaking the hand. Go ahead.
That they may go into the gates of the nobles.
And we are inside of the gates of the nobles, right? This word has reached the nobles. All right, so in a nutshell, hey, they are after us. Why? Because we're really that thorn in their flesh to prevent them from what? Attaining the new world order.
Enterprise.
That enterprise, which is going into what? Their success. All right, let's get it.
All right, so back in 2 Ezra 9 and 2, then should thou understand that it's the very same time.
And the only way you're going to understand it, you have to have the Holy Spirit. That spiritual assistance. Go ahead.
Wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And he's magnifying himself, he's manifesting himself within what? Prophecies. He is via the prophecies.
That's right.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 14. It says, and it deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Read that again. Where are you at? Revelation what now?
13 and 14.
Right.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Hey, the miracles is actually going into the technology of Esau. The image talking about this system, which is patterned after what the pagan Roman Empire.
His media.
His media.
You know what I'm saying? What they're doing, they're pushing out his agenda, going for that NWO. Everybody's all in tune. They're letting you know they all partakers of the image of the beast.
That's right. Yep. It says, in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
So, what kingdom is it? What kingdom is this talking about? This is referring to what? The Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire. All right, go ahead,
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, now this is one of the two major prophecies. All right, going into what? That temptation, the hour of temptation. All right, so this is one of two major prophecies.
That's right.
Now, basically, the image, like we stated before, is the system and worshiping. How do you worship the image? Via your participation, because your mindset or your belief system leads into your actions. All right, which will lead you to do whatever the so-called white man tells you to do. Go ahead.
You know, it goes into that the fashion in this world is going to pass away.
That's right.
It goes to where fashion goes into that manner of life.
That's right.
The discourse,
That's
the
right.
actions.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That particular persona, the image of this so-called life is going to be a distant dream.
That's it.
Verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
And the word all in the Greek is pas, P-A-S, and that's showing every individual. Further proves that this is going to be a new world order.
That's right.
You know, it's worldly, you know.
And no middle class.
No middle class.
Rich and poor, small and great.
That's it.
And that's what he's doing with this so-called pandemic. He's trying to wipe out the so-called middle class so to be those two spectrums, the lower class and high class.
Yeah, the super elite and the poor.
That's it, bro.
A precept, Revelation 16 and 2, And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image.
Right. So literally, people that actually receive this mark, okay, this knockout punch, they're actually going to receive a sword. All right, and that's from a physical manifestation. And more than likely, it's probably cancer, man. A cancerous like sword.
That's something foreign for your body.
That's right.
That's right. And your body naturally fights it off.
That's it.
And when it's incapable of fighting it off, it ends up fighting itself.
That's right.
And then you die from a grievous wound from internal.
That's right.
Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
One of two major prophecies. Okay, one of two. So hey, this is prophecy one. Prophecy with major. How would I title it? But yeah, just the two. Yeah, major prophecy.
Major prophecy one. Yeah. Major prophecy two. The end. The end, my friend.
What you got, man? Let's get Revelation.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11. And 14. The second woe is past, and behold,
WW2. Go ahead.
The third woe cometh quickly.
WW3. All right, and this is the second major prophecy. However, you have to have prophecy one in order to get to prophecy two. All right, you're not going to have prophecy two, then prophecy one. No, it has to be the potato chip, and then this last major prophecy. All right, that's something about.
I had a write-up.
Go ahead.
This is from the History Channel, and it was updated December 7th, 2018. But it reads, "We've been talking about World War III since before Pearl Harbor. Ever since people began to speculate about World War III, its very name has implied its own inevitability. We talk about it not only as something that might happen, but something that will. And it's been on our minds for a very long time." And the reason I just brought that up, because this is a prophecy that has been lingering all over the earth, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna come to pass. And we're living at that moments or that time when we're fastly approaching it, man. Because like we brought the first you're gonna get the, the MOTB.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From that point on, hey, it's gonna be gathered, they're gonna be gathered in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, and World War III is gonna jump out.
That's when your house is gonna be in those spots.
That's it.
Hey, because that's why when you read in Revelation, when those particular armies that are fighting one another, they turn into the heavens to try to fight the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son and the host of the angels.
That's right. That's right.
And it says, and a fierce fight.
That's right.
Meaning they repented not.
Yes.
And that's I think Preacher Kyle bring it out that speech that Ronald Reagan did, speaking on, just imagine we had being attacked by outside force, how we will all come together. That's know what I'm saying? And then they showed that in what's that movie, Will Smith, Independence Day.
Right.
How, you know what I'm saying, they didn't just show how they were fighting each other, but they show how all the nations come together to fight against what they made look like with aliens, but really was, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shai coming back with the heavenly host of angels, man.
Also in movie Tom Cruise, War of the World.
Yeah, War of the World.
So Esau knows, but guess what? Who's giving Esau this grand imagination? Yahweh Shai.
Right.
He rules in the kingdom of men.
That's right.
Right?
So Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
And this is going into what? Keep reading.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Right, in the midst of WW3. And like the Elder B always talked about, and they're using what? That nuclear technology, man. All right? It's the same technology that the Most High used to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts mustered.
Who? The Lord of hosts, the Lord of Sabaoth. Meaning what? He composed it. He rendered it. All right? Go ahead.
Mustered the hosts of the battle.
Right.
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
The weapons of his indignation. Indignation means what? Righteous anger. And these weapons are what? Nuclear missiles, man.
To destroy the whole land.
To destroy the whole land. And that's literal. That's literal. So this is the second major prophecy. The first major prophecy, the chip. The second major prophecy, WW3, man. All right? That's something?
I got a
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep.
Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy
That's
mountain.
what we're doing. Bill prophesied. We're blowing the trumpet. Okay? Every time you see a prophet out here preaching, we're blowing the trumpet. Zion, the nation of Israel. All right? And this word is for a 1/3 and 2/3. 1/3 will be saved, 2/3 will be destroyed by the same word. Go ahead.
And let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Right, the day of the Lord come. And guess what? Yahushua will return like a thief in the night. He's coming unexpectedly. All right? Go ahead. All right.
Revelation 18:17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors and as many as trade
So
by
this great demographic we call America will be destroyed by the Most High's nuclear technology. Go ahead.
and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her
And
burning.
that goes to show you that this so-called system will still be functioning because they're still making money from this system, all right, through making trade with America.
The scriptures say two will be grounded, one will be taken up.
That's right, bro.
And it says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
This is going into that second major prophecy. All right, bro.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
The 10 horns is what? A reflection of the EU, and they added more countries to offset prophecy.
These shall hate the whore,
Right, these shall hate the whore. The whore is America. Go ahead.
and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
With fire, nuclear technology. All right, so people, brothers, Akim, we only have two major prophecies. Lord willing, you're edified. All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakudash.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.